Oh, hello. Welcome back to Open Table Adventures. I am your master of games, keeper of mysteries, maker of monsters, Dan the Baker, and this is episode 2 of Park Strangers. Last we met, I introduced you to our intrepid hunters. There was the secret agent Paul Peterson, the doctor of cryptozoology Hamid Alvar, the mundane Midwestern mom Mary Edith, the snooping social media sensation ZZ, and the interesting combination of a man and his raccoon, Sam and Dave. Today we'll dive even deeper into the mystery unfolding here at Shenandoah National Park. Maybe our hunters will figure out what is terrorizing its patrons, or maybe the hunters will become the hunted. But without further ado, here is episode 2 of Park Strangers, the Well-Endowed Mystery. Head over back to ZZ and Mary Edith. Because I want to know, how long do you guys sit at this picnic table? Munching on M&M.
Well, I have all the patience. Mary Edith has all the patience in the world. But probably once it starts getting actually dark, she'll start to question sitting there for that long.
ZZ could talk as much as Mary Edith talks, but I think ZZ would try to convince Mary Edith to, because she wasn't able to get into the park, let's go to the park now, even though it's closed.
She doesn't need that much convincing. She'll go along with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
She'd be a little bad.
She had regular Coke, not Diet Coke earlier, yeah. So she's wild.
Little bit of sugar, a little wired. You can tell.
Oh, is that kind of Coke?
Oh no. But you see, the street lamps have turned on. They're a bit low luminosity to not disturb the local wildlife. But it is, enough for you to probably be able to see, to not, trip over when you get to trailhead. I'm sure you have flashlights. ZZ has a phone, so they definitely have a flashlight.
Mary Edith just has one of those huge lanterns, and she kind of turns to ZZ. She's like, "Should we turn this on? Are we sneaking? Are we sneaking?"
Yeah, you want to be sneaky? I'm totally down with being sneaky. But is that an oil lantern? What? I have a couple flashlights in my bag that were sent to me for a sponsorship if you want them.
Sure. Just starts turning it down, the flame.
I think that's really cool and super retro of you. But it seems a little heavy. You can bring it. I think it's kind of hot. Literally.
She'll take the modern flashlights.
The modern flashlight.
Modern flashlight. Wow.
Yeah, I think ZZ was ready to camp out for this too. So she has this big backpack, and it's Mary Edith, I usually go glamping, but tonight we might be camping. If you're into it, I could use a partner.
Oh yeah. We're twins. And then she points the two backpacks.
Oh yeah, what do you have in there? Rocks and chisels?
She just starts listing every single thing you could use for camping. Just everything.
Perfect, just
every aspect. The word caltrops comes up at some point. What do you mean?
All right, looks like you're prepared. We might need to go over your list and just de-hoard a little bit. But we'll talk about that later.
Hairspray, shark spray, spray.
I love a good spray.
You say shark spray?
Yeah, Julia Child invented shark spray. Fun fact for this actual play. Julia Child invented shark spray.
How do you spray a shark? In what context do you...
That is actually a fascinating question. And you can get into density of liquids and everything, too.
Yeah. No. I know.
Are you actually looking this up? Are you actually looking this up?
We need...
Maybe a shark
I need to know.
Is that? No. You said shark spray. You said facts on this.
Yeah. I feel like
Guys,
shark repellent.
Live fact
You're
check.
great.
Live.
Hold on.
Here at Open Table Adventures, we do live fact checking.
I can
Live
text my
fact checking.
Real time.
my sister
fact
had
checks.
a mural of a shark in her room as a child. I can text her, see if she knows. So she can buy it.
I'm still super into shark spray, so in this story, it's shark spray.
Yeah.
Do it.
There we go.
Love it.
I did
Uh,
Google it.
Phrase canonical in the open table adventures universe.
Yeah. This is, you know how like it's the world, but there's slight things different. This is one of those things that are slightly different from our world. Is that shark spray is a thing.
I love that Julia Childs is also a thing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's real. It's back when she was a spy.
Julia Child's known for much different things in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a war hero.
Yeah, that wasn't in the Meryl Streep movie, so. But yeah, you guys with your various gear head on over to Thornton Gap with your modern flashlights scanning the tree line. I want to actually after running away from the sound of someone calling out after being hit by a wallet, Sam, what do you do?
Sam now is just trying to casually as one can do, as they're hunting out in a national forest, make their way back to the little camp home they have, kind of deep within the just tree line, and away from other people's bullshit and wallets.
Yeah. As you're walking back, as the light has dimmed, which has never really been an issue for you. You could probably navigate this park blindfolded, both hands tied behind your back and one foot. Like, you're fine. But as you're walking back, you see Dave starts chittering a little bit, and he seems to be insisting that you guys go back towards that cliff. Because he thinks there might be more things for him to scavenge.
Dave, come on. You know, I know you're
He's
the
looking
one
at you with those eyes.
Dave, please. I want to get a full night's of sleep. At least one. Dave, please. Fine. Just Dave does a little like happily circle, climbs up the leg, over the head, and jumps off the back towards the trail. It's just like, all right.
It's graceful as fuck.
It's
This is a
great.
graceful raccoon.
Like, this is something that has been done several times. Like, this is
Yeah.
not a first time occurrence. Sam, just unfazed, just turns around on their heels and walks back towards the trail, a bit more cautiously than the first time, after knowing that there's, you know, people afoot.
You get back towards that bottom of the cliff in that flattened area where you don't know this, but where people fell. And Dave is, looking about, investigating on his own. He's rolling his own investigative mystery, I guess. And as you, what are you doing as he does this?
I guess I'm kind of just helping him out, just kind of like using my foot to kind of kick a little brush away. Kind of like, yeah, might as well entertain his tomfoolery.
Yeah. You can totally roll investigative mystery for me then. Roll plus sharp.
Ooh, oh no.
Sam, not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, I have a -1 sharp, so I rolled a 5, so that's a 4.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, mark a failure.
We are so
Or
good
my-
at investigating mysteries in this mystery.
Yeah. I think we've had 2 successes so far, maybe.
We are the
if that.
best.
And actually, this also means I get to do, because I hadn't been doing this so far with the failure since it's the first episode. But whenever you fail, I get to take what's called a hard move. which means something bad happens.
Oh, no.
And that's something
That's
bad.
not ominous at all.
That something bad is you hear the sound of motion above you, and you look up just in time to see some large rocks are now falling upon you. What do you do?
Oh, shit, Dave! I just dive and grab Dave and try to get out of the way.
Would this be an act under pressure kind of thing?
I was about to say roll
Yeah.
act under pressure for me. So that's plus cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, how cool is Sam and Dave?
Cool.
Ooh.
Oof.
That you rolled a 2. Cool. Cool.
But shit, where is it? Where the fuck did it? I want to use one of my marks while I'm diving out of the way, where your eyes see the patterns of the earth itself, you can cause the earth to erupt.
Okay. So, this is one of your like attacks, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of my like the 2 marks that I got.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say yeah. You like as the rock is falling, as you dive out of the way, you're able to kind of manipulate the cliff around you to almost have like create a bit of a ramp, like not a full cover, but a bit of a way that kind of stops the momentum of the rocks, where they kind of now just softly land on you and roll off. You don't get horribly crushed.
I'm just
Good.
like
That's good.
planking on the ground, holding Dave, just face in dirt, just like, oh fuck you, let's go, bitches. Dave kind of just wiggles out of my hands.
Zizi and Mary Edith, as you guys have made it to Thorn Gap, you with your modern flashlights. What do you do as you get there?
Describing how to make Chex Mix. I'll stick me around. So when you make Chex Mix, you want to take the rice Chex, like corn Chex, and sometimes I just sometimes make a little treat, add some Cheerios, and that's where I end it. For me.
You know what? You should kind of have your own cooking channel that's like super boring. Right? There's an audience for that. Anyways, Zizi starts setting up that her kind of setup of like lights, camera, tripod, and just like puts everything in night vision. And has like this like mini generator that is like pushing everything. So now it just looks like a movie set out in the middle of this park.
Yeah, as you are in the middle of doing this, you hear the sound of rocks falling from like in the direction of where the cliff is. You know where that is from when you saw earlier, and the sound of exertion as it sounds like someone gets out of the way.
Mary Edith does a beeline for the sound. She recognizes a child in distress immediately.
Nice.
Zizi?
Is that Dave or Sam that she hears?
Yes.
Yes. Zizi would probably be a few steps behind because since her phone's on the tripod, she needs to get out her Polaroid camera, and then she goes with.
Yes.
And
yeah,
my camera is filming this wherever I set it up in general, and then we leave.
Yeah, the two of you, it's not too far. It's like within of like the trailhead, it's within like 30 feet. And you don't have to like do major hiking or over the brush or anything. But you see a pile of large rocks that are surrounding a dirty looking man with a raccoon in his arms. with his face in the dirt.
Mary Edith just like slides down, I guess, like some of the gravel and stuff to get close, going, hey there, you okay?
And like
And just
almost immediately, you see Dave kind of Superman planking, just goes up to like at all fours, like, and like you hear him hiss. You just like, huh?
Damn.
And Dave also is assuming the puffy mode of raccoons, you know?
Sure.
I pull out some Chex Mix.
As you do.
Yeah. It was a live demo.
Yeah. Just kind of like distract the raccoon that she isn't sure is. It's hard to read what's going on. I think from the perspective. Like it's dark. There's someone face down on the ground. There's a raccoon assuming like a protective position.
You described it pretty well. That's what's going on.
You see Dave still very puffed up, very floofy, just like kind of like side hops towards you and like grabs a Chex Mix and just eats it. And Sam, like, still like on all fours, kind of just like, Dave, we've talked about this. You don't take food from the enemy. And just like turns and is like, are you the park cops?
Oh no.
Oh, never mind. You can have some Chex Mix if you want, Dave. And you just see Sam like get up and start just brushing dust off. I don't think I ever described what Sam looks like, you know? Just like off the kind of like very dark green sweatshirt, just very now even more disheveled, kind of shortish but very fluffy black hair, just covered in dust now, also like kind of just shaking that off.
Mm-hmm.
You're making me think of Shaggy from like Scooby-Doo now, just like a really scruffy Shaggy.
If Shaggy was homeless.
If Shaggy was homeless, and he's just like very worn out. You see a backpack somewhere with a few like holes that have been mended, kind of crappily, but there was an attempt made, you know. And then just like a spiral star black shirt, and just like Sam turns here and goes, "Can I have some Chex Mix?"
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Mary Edith is trying to get a read on Sam. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Sam doesn't seem like just like a person hiking in Shenandoah.
No, definitely not. I think the one thing, probably the one instinct that Mary Edith has going on right now is like, this is a child who is hurt and alone.
Yeah.
That's what those bells are all going off right now.
Yeah. I mean, she'll give you some Chex Mix, and just, what are you doing here?
Dave wanted to check out the cliff. And just like continues eating Chex Mix. Like occasionally giving one to Dave as he finishes.
Mary Edith just like makes eye contact with Dave.
And like Dave kind of looks at you and does a little sup no.
Okay.
And then climbs up Sam's leg onto the shoulder and kind of just like hanging out.
And you all of a sudden you see a flash and you hear a Polaroid print out, and it's like, Mary Edith, did you make friends in the dark? That's so goth of you.
Wait, can a Polaroid work in the dark?
Yeah, as a flash.
What the flash is for?
As a flash.
It's gotta be
It's
Fair, but like,
really unflattering photo.
Yeah.
When you
I was
pull
gonna
it
say.
out, you see
Little blurry,
both the
little grainy.
raccoon and Sam has like the beady white eyes in the dark.
Oh yeah.
just like standing there.
Yeah. Like Sam wasn't looking at the camera when it was taken, but the photo does have Sam looking at the camera.
It's like, oh my god, you made friends already and you're sharing that Chex Mix you were describing. What's going on?
I was assaulted by rocks. And Sam just keeps eating Chex Mix.
Okay, my name's Zizi. What's yours?
You can call me Sam.
Okay, Sam, you know how rocks don't really have a body or a brain? Anyways, how were you assaulted by rocks? And Mary Edith, why are you talking to this dirty child in the dark? You left me back there. We were about to do our 30-second vlog tonight.
Oh, I think we could do our 30-second vlog down here.
Vlog? It's a video blog?
Oh.
A video blog?
Describing it as a video blog, like I know what that means, but hearing those two words together does give me IBS.
I just wanted to help Sam. He seems hurt. Maybe we could help. And
Yeah, but if we're gonna be camping, we gotta kind of ration out some food, you know, because you never know what might happen.
Oh, that'll never be a problem.
Oh,
like,
I'm good. Like, this has been the first time I had cereal in, like, a few years, so I'm just living with myself. But I can just, like, and you see Sam kind of, like, shove the rest of the trail mix in their hand, like, into his mouth, and, like, out of his, like, you see on his pants are attached, like, one of those, like, little bush knife things, and just, like, cuts off a pine tree, and, like, starts slicing it, and, like, peels off the bark, and just, like, starts chewing on it. It's like, yours is pretty good, too.
So Mary Edith, you're making friends in the dark.
the look of horror on Mary Edith's face.
I wonder what would be more horrifying, the statement of a child going, I haven't had cereal in a few years, or them eating bark.
She just, like, reaches in her bag, she's like, I think I have a Snickers in here somewhere, and just pulls out, like, a couple mini Snickers bars. It's like, damn, come up with us up there, and we can camp together and we can have a meal.
I try not to stay near the trail. Park cops are everywhere.
I mean, yeah, they're the worst, but also you said you were assaulted by rocks? What does that mean?
Yeah, they just kind of came out of the sky. I don't know. The park can be kind of weird sometimes. And you just like...
Is there, if we look up in that direction, like turn our flashlights, does it look like it was just like a natural landslide, or was stuff like knocked out?
I think you guys can you can roll investigate a mystery for me.
Okay, which one is that again?
It's plus sharp.
Okay.
Can I roll as well?
Sure. You can either do that, or you can roll to help out and give Mary Edith the +1.
Oh yeah, let's give Mary Edith.
Because yeah, +1 and help out is plus cool. So, which I think I'm sure Zizi has a better cool than sharp. Although I don't know, she's pretty sharp.
Okay, so I got an 8 to help out Mary Edith investigate.
Okay, so yeah, that means you give them. So Mary Edith, you now have an extra +1 to your roll, but Zizi is possibly exposed to trouble or danger.
Okay. Sorry. Investigate a mystery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like I rolled this wrong. Because it came up with a 0, and I don't think that's possible.
Do you have, what's your...
I was just using the thing. I'll just roll 2d6 real quick. I got...
This came up in roll 20?
Oh shit, wait, we
Yeah.
were supposed to be rolling 2d6. I've been just rolling 1.
That explains that.
Oh my god.
No wonder I've been getting such
Oh my
trouble.
god.
Okay, there you go.
Cool.
Hey,
Cool. Edit that out.
episode
Edit
1,
that out.
everybody.
Well, that explains it.
Oh,
Just rolling
blamed
2d6. I am at, with that other +1, I'm at a 12.
Oh, perfect. Then you can hold 2, which means you can ask 2 questions from what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where to go, what was it going to do, and what is being concealed here. Obviously, some of those don't really make sense because you don't see any creature at the moment. But things like, what happened here or what's being concealed here are probably good.
First one's gonna be what happened here.
For sure, yeah. You look up, and I think, I'm assuming Xandra helping out is just them, with their extra flashlight, shining some extra light up there. But you look up and you see at the top of the cliff, there is an area that kind of almost unnaturally seems like it slumps down, as if there were, rocks there that are no longer there. So it seems like something that they felt like rocks fell from the top of the cliff is what you can see from down here.
Okay. It looks natural, or it looks like something intentionally pushed them.
From where you are, it's hard to say.
Oh, okay.
From where you are, you can see where the rocks came from. I'll say it does look like with a 12, you can see that it appears there are areas similar to this, that are rocky, that are they're all it's covered with moss and grass, overgrown, and you think it would take something to make them fall.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know if that is someone or something pushing it, or it could be a stiff breeze.
Okay. I think Marita, she's a little curious. She'll start heading in that direction. She'll definitely hand the bag of Chex Mix to Sam. And then kind of
Sam graciously drops a stick and just starts eating the Chex Mix.
yeah.
Mary Edith, you're a little adventurer. You gotta just stop walking off by yourself. It's dangerous out here. Can you not see your new friend on the floor covered in dirt, attacked by rocks?
Oh, Sam's following Mary Edith. Just kind of
Now
you
you
gave
have
me food, I will be following you now.
Dan, I do have a move called Oops. And if I want to stumble across something important, I tell the keeper. And I'll find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to the immediate problem.
Cool. So yeah, you follow up the trail a little bit. It is up at an incline that does loop up to the top of the cliff. You see there are some they put some blocks of wood in there as stairs. Who are they helping? Who are they kidding? Zizi, are you following as well?
Yeah, just a few steps behind, taking random pictures in the dark with the flash on, and just kind of taking a picture and putting it away, not looking at it at all. But I'm following.
Just every
yeah.
picture where Sam is in it, Sam is looking directly at the camera.
Behind Mary Edith, she just looks. She's like, "You're gonna have so many pictures of my caboose after this."
I'll probably be taking a lot of pictures of Dave as well, because Dave seems cool.
Dave gives a peace sign at one point.
I was gonna say, would ZZ be not shocked by this just random raccoon just interacting like normal, I guess?
No.
Huh?
I think ZZ would think Mary Edith is weirder than this raccoon, honestly, right now.
Fair enough.
In a world where Julia Child made shark spray, this raccoon is not the weirdest thing.
Not the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah. So yeah, the scene is Mary Edith with a small flashlight leading the way up a hill, followed by Sam and Dave the raccoon. with ZZ behind, illuminating the area intermittently with a flash. So like we're writing the horror movie as we speak. And I was like, you have one more question that you can ask when you get to the top of the cliff. So that's you can do that. And your oops is also in play. You guys, after probably a couple minutes of hiking up the trail, and that you then look and you see a separate trail that is not an actual trail, but a trail of broken, like tall grass and branches leading towards the cliff, of what appears to be like someone took a beeline towards the tree line, and took a dive.
What were the other questions I could ask? Like, what is this concealing, or?
Yeah, you can say what is being concealed here. Yeah, what sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where to go? What was it going to do? And what's being concealed here?
What sort of creature is it?
Yeah, you, as you're like looking around, I was at this point, Dave has jumped off of Sam's shoulders and is like looking about, sniffing around, and at one point looks up, and has what appears to be a like gold wedding band around his nose, and so you know that whatever made these tracks specifically were people.
Okay.
And I'll say you do not see any like animal tracks or like any other what appears to be like like anything other than the person could make, essentially.
Interesting.
Sam kind of just sees the wedding band. Is it specifically a wedding band?
Like it's like just a plain gold ring that one would assume would be a wedding band.
And like Sam kind of looks down, and is like, "Oh shit, nice," and like takes it off Dave's nose. Kind of looks to see if there's any like engravings in it. Like sometimes how they engrave the inside of a wedding band.
Yeah. This one there isn't. It seems pretty plain and simple.
Sam's just kind of looking at it. It's like,
Not the most flashy.
You did take it off the person, so I'm gonna say it's free. And puts it in your pocket.
Do you follow this trail to like the edge of the cliff?
Oh yeah. I mean, I turned to Xandra, give her a look.
Yeah, keep going. I'm documenting it. This is all you, girl.
Get my good side, and then start.
I love how she's leading to this.
Xander has had their third, has had a GoPro on them filming this entire time. The Polaroids were simply for aesthetic.
Truly, though, yeah.
Naturally.
Of course.
Does ZZ always have a GoPro on?
Always, like a chest cam. But it's probably like super cute.
Surgically implanted.
Oh no, I could just imagine it being like, decorated like bejeweled GoPro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can imagine it just on the chest. Like, look right here at this jewel right here.
Mary Edith, you get to the edge of the cliff. You probably don't go all the way to the edge because that's not safe, and safety is Mary Edith's priority. I'm sure. But you're scanning your flashlight over the area, and you do see, this is your first time seeing any sort of animal markings, but where you notice the rocks that fell are, you see in kind of the moss on the rocks around them, the edges of claw marks, of 2 sets of 3 claw marks.
Okay.
The plot thickens.
And we love a thick plot.
A
Fair.
well-endowed plot.
Oh. Thick, well endowed. We're
That's
just
the
coming
title of this episode. A
All the
well-endowed plot.
Listen, I forgot
Hey,
the word
hey,
large.
right there.
I had
No.
Make
No,
up something.
If you do not call this first episode a well-endowed plot, I will sue.
So yeah, Mary
Ooh,
Edith, you see
the
those
well-endowed
marks.
plot thickens.
That's the second episode.
Yes.
So I noticed the tracks.
Mhm.
Um, you guys know what made these? Or is
And
it
just
turning my
Sam
new
kind of like
friend?
looks at Dave and is like, "Hey Dave, you got anything?" Just like continuing to eat Chex Mix. And I'm assuming, like, should I roll for Dave or?
I feel like Dave just kind of has his own base of knowledge. He looks over. He skitters over to. That's just every motion verb I'm using for Dave is just going to be skitters. I hope we all know this. He skitters
Fair.
over to Mary Edith. He gets a little bit closer to the edge with his raccoon dexterity, and kind of sniffs about, looking at these claw marks. And he looks back at you, Sam, and gives you a little raccoon shrug, and chitters at you in a way to say it was something big.
Well, I don't like that you don't know who it is.
Excuse me, dirty person. Did you say who?
Or what? You know, I don't discriminate.
That's fair. And Zizi wants to take a picture of the scratch marks for sure on a Polaroid.
Yeah.
And then during setup, I also have a camera drone. So we're up elevated above where we set up, right? Okay, I'm gonna just set up a drone to fly high, just chilling, hovering.
Can you fly a drone in
Okay.
a national park?
That is
No,
a good
but
question.
Also,
But they're also
yeah,
out
like-
past hours. They're also
To
out
be
past
fair,
hours.
we also can't live in a national park legally, so we're doing a lot of things.
You also
A lot
can't
of
put
rules,
Cheerios
man.
in Chex Mix, so like it's laws are being
A lot of
broken.
The laws are being broken.
Does this drone have night vision? That's what I'm wondering.
it
that is
sure
fair.
does.
Cool.
State of the art.
There should,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
drones do
Mhm.
typically have night vision.
Yeah, listen. I'm not a drone person, so
So for what it's worth,
Times.
Zizi's not doing this to like look for anything. They just want like be real.
yeah, cool
stuff.
B-roll. Yeah.
And like while ZZ's getting it out, Sam kind of walks towards the edge of the cliff and just kind of like sits down and swings his legs kind of over it, kind of just looking around like, yeah, this is a cliff.
Yeah.
Giving Mary
So,
Edith
was
a
this-
heart attack.
Yes,
Not really.
Was this like boulder happening anywhere near like me and Doctor at all? Like, or is this just we're so far away from this?
No, this
I was
is,
gonna
yeah,
say
you're-
we're
so far.
far removed from it.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, we're pretty far, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
yeah.
kind of out of this part of the story, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
ZZ,
You could-
are you?
You could see this drone lit up in the distance if you want to come.
If we were still at the park though, not heading back to the hotel or whatever.
But have you already
Yeah.
left? Has that been
Um,
established in canon?
I don't think it is.
Yeah. ZZ, do you get like a live feed of the thing, or is this just a recording that goes up and then you get it later?
It'll be broadcasting to, like it records onto its thing, and then
Okay.
I'll get it like,
Yeah.
on my phone later.
Okay.
Like a
cool.
file.
Just wanted- yeah. So that's flying
Are you
up.
just casually asking that question? Keeper.
No reason.
Not to
Um,
be that person with
I say
technology.
ZZ's not
but
over in the corner,
technically
like
with
cuddled
most
up.
drones, you do get you have to have a live view of like what the drone is currently seeing, so you don't like crash it.
So, yeah, this is a new version that I just found out about, and wow, I can see things.
This is
because...
the Julia Child shark spray universe.
Is it- there are some drones that you can set flight paths for, or you can set them up to follow you. So you could just like have
Yeah.
it follow your phone. You don't have to
This
like
could be-
actively
yeah.
be recording.
Oh yeah. I
This is
forgot about
this is your B-reel drone that you have that like just flies up, does a couple circles, and then comes back down. Essentially,
Yeah, totally.
yeah. So yeah, so that that goes up.
It was all part of my
Um,
plan.
Yeah. And yeah, you have no knowledge of what these claw marks are. In the distance, you hear an owl hooting, but other than that, everything is kind of quiet around you. And I'm sure after a moment of just silence, you all start to pack up and head back down to your camp.
There's not like a trail of those footprints, right? Or of the claw marks?
No, it's just the one, like scratch basically of what like near where those rocks that fell were.
Hey Sam. Not to be rude, but do you live out here?
Are you with the park police?
Oh, fuck the park police.
Oh, fuck yeah! No, yeah, I live here.
Okay, cool, because this ground is kind of hard. Can we, like, crash with you tonight?
Sure. I don't know if the ground's gonna be softer or anything, but, like, sure.
Do you have, like, pillows or blankets or anything?
I have some stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I have all of them? I have a really bad back.
We'll figure it out when we get there, I guess.
Cool.
And you kind of like see Sam guiding you guys. Dave is kind of just like sitting, feet on the shoulders, hands on the head, kind of just looking out.
And while we're
as
walking-
Sam leads the as Sam leads the way, I pull ZZ aside and just go like, "Oh, Xandra, I don't think we're gonna like what we see when we get there. I don't think you're gonna want all those pillows."
Edith, I thought this was... You met this person. It seems like they might have one clean pillow, maybe. Do you think they have pillows? Do you think they know what a pillow is?
Oh, you didn't ask what it was when you said pillow, so...
Yeah,
maybe
so-
we'll just use our own sleeping bags tonight.
Can I use yours too? I need to double up.
No. And then she just keeps walking.
And Xandra's...
Yeah, Mary
No.
Pick up herself. We love to see it.
With your voice, all I can just hear is like, we're just like, no, like that. That's not gonna happen.
And Zizi's been kind of like halfway talking, because she's editing on her phone. So now she sees the camera footage from the bottom that she'd been filming, and then the drone footage as well.
Yeah.
And can I use a move called editing? We'll fix it in post.
Oh, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that one do? I know the name, but I don't know what it does.
It just says that I can anything that I have conceivably recorded as evidence I can use for investigate a mystery.
Okay, so you roll investigate a mystery on your recording, basically, or?
Yeah, because I'll have footage for everything from my phone and the drone.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess go ahead. You can go ahead and roll for that then.
Oh, fuck that. It's a 4.
No.
You rolled 2d6,
Um,
right?
Yeah, 2d6.
Hey, more experience. Yeah, you as you're reviewing the footage of the your standing camera that you had left at like the base camp, you see you see like you leaving to go when you went and like found Sam and Dave, and then I'm assuming you're probably doing this like super fast forward, and then you see you guys coming back and then going back up the trail, and then what would have been what's like maybe like 10 seconds later, but maybe would have been a couple more minutes in real time, you see the feed just kind of cuts. and there was some sort of recording like mishap, like like your storage ran out on your phone.
Rookie mistake. It happens.
But then looking through the drone footage, you get some good like night vision footage that you definitely think you can splice together with some like hardcore EDM that would really get some audiences going.
I feel like I get this like super epic shot of Sam sitting on the cliff, dangling his legs.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah. But like in night vision.
Just the beady eyes.
Yeah.
Just staring.
Yeah, in the night vision, he's just looking straight up.
By the way, Alex, I just realized why you would have gotten a 0, because some of the modifiers are minus. So if you got like 2 and you had a -2, you'd have a 0. Unless you have a minus. Do you have a -2 on anything?
Not on that one.
I don't know what was going
That's
on.
weird. That's weird then. Yeah.
That's on me. I don't know.
Skill issue. Oh, I see. On the thing, for some reason it has 2 pluses in the thing. Yeah, that's what I just saw. I don't know how that happened. But anyways, you guys, after a couple minutes of hiking, get to what do they get to, Sam?
Alright, so it's
Spare
kind
no
of like
detail.
a little clearing out of a very large pocket of forest. You see kind of like a bit of kind of harsh rock, and within it is a bit of a kind of one of those little half divot cave things where it's like, it's not much, you're not gonna like find like a bear hiding in there. You can see all of it with one look, but you know, it protects you from the rain, it protects you from the snow, it's gonna keep you alive. Inside of it, you see kind of like a very mini kind of generator thing that's kind of beat to shit, kind of rusty, like does that thing even work at this point? You see kind of a red shopping cart with some pillows and a blanket in it, and you just see a bunch of like little things scattered around. Like you see like maybe a heater. You're like, how the hell did that get in the middle of the woods? Just kind of hanging around.
Lots of jetsam.
Just lots of little bits and bobbins that you assume have been collected throughout the years of just picking up other people's shit from the woods.
I am just imagining Dave pulling a space heater through the woods with little raccoon hands.
Hey, there's a reason they have a shopping cart.
That's true, yeah. So yeah, this is what you two see Mary Edith and ZT as you guys pull on up.
Oh, did we need a little rest time?
Oh no, this is it. This is the place, you know? You said you did want pillows. I don't have a lot, but you can choose. And like you see Dave kind of pull out the shopping cart. It's like, now this one I pulled out of the dumpster behind a JC Penney. You see kind of like on it is one of those very like bright kind of designs. And then another they pull out is just like all kind of gray but very soft. Is like, in this one I pulled out of a Home Goods trash can. They have the best shit, by the way. Like if you ever go dumpster diving, check the Home Goods.
Yeah, Xandra, you can have all those pillows. Those are all yours.
Okay, we might need to make some adjustments tomorrow. I appreciate the hospitality. Also here, and hands over like this, it looks like a small speaker, but it's actually a generator. It's like, hey, you can have this. I think it might do you more good than whatever that is, and points at like the rusted generator. You can keep it. It was free for a giveaway, but you know, I like charity. And then I'll set up over here. And do you mind if I, you know, put up some surveillance footage?
I'm not gonna stop you, but I mean, the local wildlife might. They might think of it as a tree or something. Though it might get you good footage of squirrels.
I love a good squirrel, so you don't have any squirrel spray? Mary Edith?
No.
Oh, you must have gotten confused of where we're going.
Mary Edith's a girl on the go. She's got to be prepared for it all. Just not squirrels.
Squirrels are small enough that Mary Edith can handle them.
I believe it. So yeah, you guys get your sleeping bags all set up. You get your surveillance ZZ set up, and you get settled in for the evening. And now I guess Paul and the doctor. What do you guys get up to in your evening? You guys head back towards town to your hotel. So there's are some like restaurants as well as like some bars and stuff in the general area of the hotel as well.
I think in this case, since it's not terribly late, it is still an hour to, I guess, eat something. So I'll see if there's maybe like a nice kind of like bar and grill that is, or like a small diner that is in the area that, you know, is able to serve some food at this hour, which I would imagine it's like maybe like 7-ish at this point. So it's not even, it's not like, it's not midnight, which is not, you know.
It's dinner time. Yeah, for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would want to be doing. And I guess I would extend the offer to Agent Peterson's, right? Is it Peterson's? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, there it is. I made sure to write down the note. That if he was interested in joining me for dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always gonna suggest like a bar or like the hotel lobby for like drinks or something to chit chat through things to. So
well,
that
the question is this hotel one of those places that actually has a place to eat inside, or is it basically just a basic place that just has rooms and that's it? That's the question I asked now.
There's a bar like inside the hotel, but there's one like basically attached to it, essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Does it only serve drinks, or does it serve drinks and food?
Yeah, drinks and food.
Okay, I was gonna
Drinks
say,
and food?
do we need to
Okay.
go find like an Applebee's or something?
That's what I'm asking.
The local Chili's.
Yeah, just
A local
just
Chili's.
Yeah. Small town, but they got a Chili's.
An IHOP. An IHOP.
Hey, it's Virginia. There's always a Chili's.
Fair.
So yeah.
But okay, so I guess I don't know. So I would extend the offer, and I will defer to whatever you are kind of leaning on, whether you want to stay near the hotel or do you want to go somewhere else.
I would probably go someplace else. That's fine.
Okay.
Keep it public in my eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was just saying whatever, the little Chili's or local diner or whatever that might be. I guess.
Okay.
What are our options, Keeper?
Yes.
There's a restaurant called Chili's, but it has 2 L's.
Nice.
And yeah, and it has
Chili's.
Chili's. Yeah.
Chili's.
That is. It seems it's not like densely populated, but it seems like this is where the locals are going.
Okay.
Probably that one.
There's like a little bar area, and they also have like a kitchen
Yeah.
serving normal
Alright.
food.
I will be intrigued by the name just because I'm just like, I wonder if the 2 L's was intentional or is this an accident? I don't know. I'm intrigued, but why don't we try this place? And I guess we'll head on in, and I'll ask for their special, and just because I want to, see what their special is like, and then
It's like fajita plate.
Nice.
oh, it's a fajita plate. Okay, I'll be like, well, absolutely. I'm never upset at a good fajita plate.
Make that 2.
Yeah.
Make that a double.
I'm not driving. Hey.
And then I'll ask for an extra strong margarita.
Ooh. Asian Peterson, what's your drink of choice?
Well, margarita does sound good. I guess I'll go with margarita as well. Can't go wrong with margarita.
Arbs and fajitas.
I mean, that's the chill ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And so after our food gets here, I guess I'll just say, so you seem like, and first I observe if he has. So I'm assuming since his with his work, my character does not know this, but does he have any sort of like symbols, or like what is he wearing? Is he wearing something official or casual? Is what I'm asking.
I would say probably his jacket has like the pet like logo on it, but it doesn't say what the acronym is. It just says like National Park Service Pet Division kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a couple of badges. But otherwise, it probably looks like a regular like national park uniform to any passerby. Okay.
So that then flavors my question that says, "Oh, do you work for the park, or are you like? I guess what relation do you have with the park?"
Yeah. So I've worked with the park for quite some time, and on a special task force now, pet. So it's mainly a park enforcement team. So pretty. Just following up on the rules and making sure everything's going there. The things get a little weird from time to time in the park, so we're just making sure everything's going smoothly. People following the rules, making sure campsites are proper, animals are where they're supposed to be, that type of thing. But
I can imagine.
What brings you to the park? You seem cryptozoology. That seems very interesting for just jaunt out in the park.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you heard, but since there was sightings of a supposed creature that attacked some hikers in the park, and so any sort of you always want to hit the ground while the trail is fresh, as they say, and so I wanted to make sure to try to get any information I could about the creature that attacked these hikers. So yeah, it's working in cryptozoology is not for the weak-willed, just because so many sightings can be chalked up to just ordinary phenomena oftentimes. So you just kind of have to keep yourself going day to day. But I still try to take pleasure in just the thrill of the chase, as well as kind of like finding unique things even in the mundane.
No, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Is this just for like personal kind of thing, or you like teach a class there, doctor, or what do you do with all this information that you got?
Well, I do run a blog about cryptozoology, and so it's one of the I don't like to toot my own horn, but it's it's quite good. It has a good following, it's mostly just it's pure passion, just because ever since I was little I've always been fascinated by things that go kind of like sneak in the night, and even though at first it was always like something that was really explainable, I just started looking into things that weren't explainable, and so those was what really kind of hooked into my brain, and so that's what really got me going.
No, that's fantastic. Hey, if you got a following, fucking beep, man. Toot your own horn if you got to.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So many people are quick to dismiss cryptozoology, but it's honestly like a lot more fascinating than people give it credit for. Like, some people think that you're just chasing ghosts, with at the same time, ghosts sometimes exist. There you go.
Completely understand. Yeah. Sometimes you see stuff and it's fake and it's phony, and like the first Yeti sightings, all that bunch of BS. But if you really look at the data,
don't get me started on Yeti sightings.
I'm telling you, the second and third ones, I think it's 100% legit if you really look at the findings. But that first one, just no, it's amateurs.
Yeah. And anytime I see these documentaries talking about the fucking Sasquatch, and they use that same footage over and over again. It just grinds my gears because all they in the end they never find anything, and they just kind of just talk around the topic like constantly. And like it's all just pomp and circumstance. Like real cryptozoologists don't deal with any sort of that garbage.
Exactly. Just utter nonsense. So you didn't do any investigating while you got, pummeled by a wallet while you're out there? That seems a little...
I mean, I was, chasing as many leads as I could. Not many were showing themselves, unfortunately, but I did see what I did find was this really rather large track of, I think, a mountain lion, but
Okay.
based on where I was, it doesn't seem very, plausible that it could have been a mountain lion, but it's leaning toward that. But I'll have to see if I can find anything to kind of support that or disprove that. I'm not sure, but it just, yeah, it was very strange. Like I honestly do not know if it was just if the actual person dropped it or someone threw it, or I do not know. I wasn't willing to just kind of like lose any sort of like I wasn't willing to lose the path I was on just to try to find out who threw a wallet because and so yeah.
No, I completely understand. It seems a little strange, a big cat be throwing wallets around or anything like that. So it seems a little strange.
Exactly. It was not worth my time really to look into it. I was like, I'll just return this wallet wherever I can find it.
Okay. Did you take any photos of like this print or anything, or sketch anything?
Oh yes. And so I show him all the information that I was able to get from the print and everything.
Does this look...
Shows in the poop file.
I was about to say.
I don't show him that.
Okay.
I'll even bring that out, and I'll be like, I was also going to be analyzing this, this fecal sample that I collected earlier too. I think at least it is one. Sometimes, sometimes I've been surprised that it's actually just like animal vomit sometime that just kind of congeals in a different way.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Does any of like what he found look familiar to me in any way?
As you're looking it over, I can give me a investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Ooh. Can I since I'm there, can I help him with that technically because I'm showing him the information?
Yeah, if you want to roll to help out.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will roll and roll 20 just to see what the difference is. So let me do that.
Hopefully better. Okay, so the mystery is that sharp?
For me, it's cool,
yeah.
right? For me, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
It's 11.
Ooh, so you give a +1.
Oh, nice.
Alexander, you got a +1 to your thing, which you already have pretty good sharp in general. So.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
You're gonna be really good at this.
Got an 8.
An 8? Okay, so that's a mixed success. That means you get to ask one question of what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where to go, what was it going to do, and what is being concealed here.
Probably what sort of creature is it?
Okay. You're looking at these. Yeah. You're looking at this picture of this footprint or paw print, I suppose. And you've taken enough classes and seen enough, probably seen these in real life, but this is definitely a moderately sized mountain lion. And it's Hamid is definitely correct that it is this is not where it should be in the forest. It should be somewhere, and especially this time of year, it should not be where it was. It should be a bit further north. And a lot of times the reason that comes to be is if it was somehow kicked out of its den, or if something is was drawing it out.
So that's why I was going to try to see if there was anything else that was going to support whether it was a mountain lion or not. And the trail kind of ran cold, mostly due to the fact that there was dimming lights outside, and it's best not to stay out terribly late unless you are really prepared for that. And I'm not equipped to do just late night, investigations.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's best not to stay on the woods too late with, just animals and whatnot running amok. And if you buy a mountain lion, it probably wasn't too far off.
No, and also I'd still try to respect the local authorities when it comes to hours of the park and everything like that. I'm not one to some people in this field can kind of feel that any sort of like the world is their oyster, and so they kind of just cross any sort of barriers with it, and so I try to be more respectful in that regard.
I'm sure the Rangers really appreciate that. I may know one or two people that may cross a line here or there, but I'm sure the Rangers appreciate you for that.
As you guys are talking, Paul, your phone starts ringing. And you look down and you see it is you're getting a call from basically your like supervisor, Percival.
Excuse me a moment. I gotta take this. I'm gonna get up and go take it across the room in a quiet spot.
I'll be like, sure thing, and then I just take like one of the tortillas and like just stuff it with some meat and just try to shove it in my mouth.
Yeah.
As he goes off.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you answer it, and you hear on the other line, you say, Agent Peterson, it's you're late for your evening check-in. Is everything okay?
Yes, sir. Just arrived, just trying to get some intel on everything. Unfortunately, the supervisor wasn't there, so I wasn't able to officially kick off my investigation. Took me a little bit longer to get here. It was about dusk by the time I arrived, so first thing in the morning, or I could probably strike out before dawn and start really finding out what's going on.
Okay, well, this is the big leagues now, so make sure you're doing everything that you were taught. Don't go outside the lines. Just stay inside the lines.
Of course, sir. You got it. Absolutely.
Anything else? Anything else you need to report? What is your plan for tomorrow?
Gonna start up where the trail kicks off and start investigating some locals, kind of see if anybody's seen anything interesting, and just kind of go from there, sir.
Right. If you need anything, you have my number. Tech support is just a call away. We're here for you if you need. Hey, it takes a village to find a monster. So.
Yes, sir.
All right. Over and out. And they hang up, even though it's not a walkie-talkie, but they do that every time.
Why do I feel like that's their slogan? It takes a village.
Village. That just conjures up images of like townspeople going into the woods with like pitchforks trying to get the monster. Now that it's just conjuring
that. Oh my gosh, we got the logo. No, I'm just kidding.
And okay, and Danny, I saw you making faces the entire time I was speaking. And yes, that is my intention, is to be the antagonist to ZZ. It's kind of like this whole once you started mentioning that it's like this whole social media kind of like documentary thing, and I'm seeing like this character is like a foil to that. Like, oh, he treats it as such an intense and like professional kind of thing that he views anything else as like just plaything, like not being like actually serious, and so that conflict.
Honey, also you'll have a blog. I don't care about you.
Yeah.
That.
You're the.
I mentioned blog because I'm like, that's literally someone that's trying to take their life way too seriously, and that's why I intentionally mentioned it.
I feel like
You're the AA
like
to ZZ.
You're just the yeah, and you know what? Yeah, I'm this, all of that, and then ZZ is like, yeah. Anyways. Like, ZZ could not care less, but you're trying so hard.
Yeah. But yeah, so Paul, you hang up the phone and head back to the doctor. It's been probably, getting a bit later now. It's probably time to start turning in for the evening.
Okay.
And then as he comes back, you'll see that a lot of my food has just been like destroyed, and I'm like slowly working on the margarita at the same time.
I was gonna say probably for a messy plate, Paul's would be probably fairly organized for a fajita plate. Very like strategic on how things are arranged into the fajitas. Very evenly portioned out.
Color coordinated.
Yeah, exactly. Color coordinated. Everything's kind of moved around. Like they can be touchy, and they're not. It's
Like,
not that OCD
even the
about it.
even the sour cream is just neatly, just kind of in like.
Yeah.
He took it up very neatly.
It's like
each
conveyor
time.
belt ready.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Oh
So everything's
god.
in a cube essentially somehow.
Oh my god.
I love the taste of autism. I can say that because I'm autistic.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Just put that out there for the internet.
Do not go for that. Do not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Do not cancel.
I'm not getting canceled today.
So yeah, you guys finish up your drinks and your food. You head in for the evening. Everyone tucked into their beds, snug like bugs in a rug, or campers in a cave in sleeping bags.
Sam's
you know.
in a shopping cart.
Bugs and
Yeah.
sleeves.
There's you're in some form of getting restful sleep. As we fade out into darkness, left only with the distant sound of beating wings. And that is where we'll end this episode.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Park Strangers. Make sure you stick around for all of the wonderful content that we have planned for you. We have more actual plays. We are going to have interviews. We're going to have recipes. And we're going to have so much more. So thank you again for joining us here at Open Table Adventures, where you are always welcome to pull up a seat. Bye-bye now.